Some stories are not just told, they are unearthed. Buried deep beneath the surface of history and cinema lies a truth that unsettles our most profound beliefs. What if the gods we once worshipped were not felled by doubt, but replaced by something far more tangible, something black, viscous, and drawn from the earth? Today we look at Paul Thomas Anderson's modern epic, There Will Be Blood, not as a film about oil, but as a prophecy of a world where divinity became obsolete. Number 5. The New Genesis. The film opens not with dialogue, but with labor. A lone man, Daniel Plainview, chiseling away in a dark, silent pit. This isn't just mining, it's a creation myth in reverse. The silence is primordial, the darkness absolute. The book of Genesis tells us of a world born from nothing, shaped by a divine word. But here, the world is born from violent effort, from a man carving his destiny out of the bedrock. The only God in this story is the will to persevere. When Daniel finally strikes silver, and later oil, it's not a gift from above. It is a treasure he rips from the earth's grasp, paid for with a broken bone. The world is no longer given. It is taken. Number 4. The false prophet. Every new faith needs a prophet. In the parched landscape of Little Boston, two figures emerge: Eli Sunday, the preacher of the third revelation, and Daniel Plainview, the apostle of oil. Eli offers salvation through faith, a promise of spiritual reward in the afterlife. But Daniel offers something immediate: money, jobs, a future. He speaks in parables of pipelines and profit. He performs miracles not by healing the sick, but by raising a derrick that gushes black gold. The community's gaze shifts. Their prayers are no longer for rain, but for a successful well. The church becomes a stage for Daniel's transactions, and the true prophet is not the one who speaks of God, but the one who delivers the world. Number 3. The unholy baptism. Baptism is a sacred rite of purification, a symbolic death and rebirth into a new spiritual life. When Daniel is coerced into being baptized by Eli, the ritual is stripped of all sanctity. It becomes a transaction, a public humiliation he must endure to secure drilling rights. The holy water is just water. The confession is a performance. Daniel is not reborn, he is merely inconvenienced. The true baptism in this film is not of water, but of oil. When HW is blasted by the gusher, or when workers are drenched in the crude, they are initiated into Daniel's world. They are marked not by the grace of God, but by the promise and the peril of wealth. This is the only cleansing that matters. Number 2. The broken family. The concept of the Holy Family, a divine model of love and lineage, is a cornerstone of faith. Daniel Plainview attempts to build his own version. He adopts HW, presenting him as his son and partner, a successor to his earthly kingdom. This family is a business asset, a performance of stability and trustworthiness. But when HW loses his hearing, he becomes a liability, a broken tool. Daniel sends him away. The bond is not sacred, it is conditional. Unlike a divine covenant, this human connection is severed the moment it ceases to be profitable. In Daniel's world, blood is not thicker than oil. The family is just another resource to be exploited and discarded. Number 1. The Final Supper. The film culminates in an act that perverts the most sacred ritual of all: the Eucharist, the sharing of bread and wine as the body and blood of Christ. In his desolate mansion, Daniel sits with his final adversary, Eli. There is no supper, only mockery. Daniel forces Eli to renounce his faith, to confess that he is a false prophet, and that God is a superstition. Then, instead of offering salvation, Daniel delivers a brutal, physical end. "I've drunk your milkshake," he declares. A final, guttural sermon on the nature of consumption. The blood that is spilled is not redemptive, it is just blood. In this new world, there is no divine sacrifice, only human competition, finished and absolute. The story of Daniel Plainview is not just a historical drama, it is a mirror reflecting a world where the structures of belief have been dismantled and rebuilt in the image of industry. We are told to look to the heavens for answers, for meaning, for salvation. But this film suggests the truth was never up there. It was always beneath our feet, waiting to be drilled, refined, and sold. The gods did not die, they were simply outbid. The silence that follows is not the peace of heaven, but the quiet of an empty cathedral, where the only thing left to worship is the echo of our own ambition. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing for more breakdowns just like this.